why Trump isn't racist or actually as bad as people think, but why he's dangerous. Okay, think of all the interviews he's had that people disagree with. He's never outright said anything fucked up. But this is what's dangerous. The racist groups, and I'm not talking about the groups that have a fucked up way of looking at the world and might not be the most PC. I'm talking about the actual hate groups. Like the Klan, people on that level. They're smart enough to know that no one's going to go on TV and say what they want them to say straight up. So they know how to read between the lines. Problem with this is they always read between the lines. So when he says MS-13 blah 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 coming over the border, like he talks about MS-13 and then says something fucked up about people coming over the border. That's what they look at. When he says stand by and stand back and stand by, that's marching orders. That's not a slip of the tongue. When he says all the protesters are dangerous thugs, well, most of the protesters are dangerous thugs, they take that as they're a threat, get them off the streets, protesting is bad. And when he says stuff like, all the protesters are thugs, but back when they were protesting, there's bad people on both sides, they take that as he's taking their side. Now, do I think Trump's like a Klan member and that bad? No, not even close. But those are the people listening to him. And when you don't outright say their way of thinking is wrong and evil, they read between the lines as saying you support them, so they support you. That's dangerous. Because that means the second you say something slightly fucked up about a certain group of people, you got a bunch of heavily armed, completely hate-filled people taking those as marching orders by the commander-in-chief. The leader of the country is giving these hate groups marching orders. That's what they're taking it as. Now, is all Trump supporters racist fucks? No. Some of them are businessmen that just see what he's done good for business. Some of them see him as just a guy that doesn't sugarcoat shit. And some of them just honestly are ignorant to what he says. And some of them just don't like Biden. It's a two-party system, really. If you really hate Biden and you don't mind him, that's kind of what people that are voting for Biden, why they're voting for Biden. It's because they hate Trump. So they're like, I don't like you either, but you're better. Now, why him getting healthy is dangerous. If this pill, first, I don't think he's sick, but that's a conspiracy theory for another day. But if this experimental treatment gets him better, and he doesn't have any side effects, people are going to take that as there's no side effects. No, that means the side effects didn't kick in for him. Drugs have side effects. That's why you do controlled studies with 50 to 100 or more people. A controlled study with one person isn't a study. It's a roll of the dice. Now, if you do the roll of the dice with 100 people and it comes snake eyes 80% of the time, you're not going to use those dice at a table. If it's 50-50, you might. Doing it with one person, it's always going to be a 50-50 shot.